Attention passengers, please take your seats. Ensure your seatbelts are securely fastened. And for your own safety, please hold on to your nuts and butts. Our illustrious captives have gone rogue. We're going into another world in 3, 2, 1.
Hello. This is Nick here with Danny from the flight deck. I know this was supposed to be a quick trip to Boston, but we made other plans for you. When life gives you lemons, squeeze them on your apples and they won't turn brown. And that is your soundbite of the day.
What the hell are you talking about? Get my pretty name out of your mouth. We are not the same with or without. Don't talk about me like how you might know how I feel. Top of the world, but your world isn't real. It wasn't ideal. So go have fun. I really couldn't care less, and you can give it my best, but just know I'm not your friend or anything. Damn, you think that you're the man. I think therefore I am. I'm not your friend or anything. I'm not your friend or anything, damn. You think that you're the man. I think therefore I am. I'm not your friend or anything, damn. You think that you're the man. I think therefore I am.
With my hands above my head, like Jesus said. Cry for you, I won't crucify the things you do. I won't cry for you, see, when you're gone I'll still be bloody Mary. Hands above my head, like Jesus said I'm gonna dance, hands above my head, hands together, forgive him before he's dead, because hands above my head, like Jesus said I'm gonna dance, hands above my head, hands together, forgive him before he's dead.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you. I tell you right now, I am fired the hell up. The podcast is your home for rational crypto news and objectivity, leaving emotion at the door and talking about what we like, why we like it, and where we see it going. We are not offering financial advice. We are telling you what we do, and that is all. We don't slow down. We don't let up. Full speed is our only speed. I am your host, Scott. Pragmatic investor who has won and lost fortunes and is intentionally slowing down his cadence because he is so fired up, and I don't want to do a Joey Suzu. And you know what? Tell you what, 200 Jackal to anybody who can tell me who Joe Suzu was. I'm your host, Scott, pragmatic investor who has won and lost fortunes, and joining me as always is the greatest producer of all time, Belle. How are you doing tonight, Belle?
You know, I'm in a good mood this evening. How about yourself, Scott?
Just got a hell of a lot better. It just got a hell of a lot better. So yeah, man, I'm ready to talk. Here at the podcast, we have a tendency to talk about what others are not talking about and bringing the focus onto use case cryptos because, as we know, these are what drive the market and bring innovation to a world that desperately needs it. The status quo is no longer acceptable. Time for a technological revolution. Welcome to crypto and welcome to the podcast. And you know what? I think I forgot my applause. I think I might have gotten my 80s mixed up there. There were a couple guys. One, if anybody remembers that far back, Joey Suzu. He was a pitch man, and all he did was lie. Everything he said was a lie. It was great. It was hilarious. And then there was
all right. So we got a couple of answers to your question about Joey Suzu.
Yeah.
Corinth is chiming in. The child of Mr. and Mrs. Suzu.
That would be incorrect. Carry on. Did anybody get it right?
And Toot chiming in, going, Joey Suzu did the Isuzu truck ads.
Yeah, and he just always lied. It was great. The guy was fantastic. He could be the straight man that every pitch company wants. You know what? Go ahead and send her hook up Toot with a month's worth of Jackal storage. Bell and Toot, you guys know how to do it. Now, the other guy I was thinking of was the FedEx man. It was another guy they had in the 80s. It was the late 80s. He was pitching for FedEx, and he talked so fast that it was impossible to actually track any little bit of it. So I happen to admire that guy. But as a broadcaster, I find myself when I get really, really emotional and fired up about something, I tend to talk fast. So I'm gonna try to scale it down here just a little bit. So why am I so fired up? Couple things. Obviously, look, man, I'm focusing this stream tonight on Jackal because I'm a heavy investor in Jackal. So I'm going to disclose this right now. You guys know that I'm heavily invested in the chain. I am seriously down in it. Anybody can go to CoinGecko. All right, it's not like I can hide it. But I still believe so strongly in the product. But something needed to happen, in my opinion. Something needed to happen, and I'm very thankful for decentralization at this moment because of the action that is being taken. Now, the reason that I'm doing this and the reason that I've tiptoed around talking about Jackal ever is because I am a large investor in this. If you look at the validator list, ThePodocasts, we're right up there on top. Now, most of that is my money, so. I mean, what I'm saying is I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy that tries to pump a token that he's in. I'm indifferent to it, and I'm indifferent to it because Jackal hits every single wicket of what I'm looking for in an investment. And I'm not talking about mercenary capital. I'm talking about investment. Unfortunately for Jackal, the price has declined so much that it's now in playable range for mercenary capital. It is absolutely in playable range. These are the tokens that I used to look for. These are the ones that I hunt. These are the ones that I'm looking for are good, strong use case tokens that just haven't seen their time come yet. These are the ones that I used to hunt because I know that the idealists like me that support this are going to give me exit liquidity on anything I buy. I know this. I've been doing crypto a long time, guys. I've been savaging chains for a very, very long time. And unfortunately for me, the chain that I am most supporting has dipped its toe into that realm, meaning that it is now it's in play. This could easily be manipulated a lot of different directions. So That's another reason that I've kind of been tiptoeing around this. But because the information that was put out today was released on the Jackal Discord, Bell, would you say that I'm allowed to at least reference it? Because it's not me putting it out. Jackal actually put it out. I think I could go ahead and mention this. Am I off base here? Why don't you make the call? You are the show producer.
Yeah, I don't think you're off base at all. The only way and what people have to realize is if you have any interest in Jackal as well, you actually have the right to vote for this proposal or against it, depending on if you think it's going to work or not. So I do think the information is important to put out.
Now, personally, I think it's the only way that this is going to work. You know what? Crypto is a funny thing. And a lot of the habits that devs and developers get in a chain is that they simply ignore price. They don't care. They're indifferent to it. It doesn't matter to them because they can were paid straight in the token itself. So the price to them is irrelevant because they can just liquidate, bury their investors, and it simply does not matter. Now, Jackal publicly disclosed their wallets. Those are already out there. So if you want to see what Jackal is actually doing with Jackal tokens, they've posted the wallets. It's on their Discord. Mint scan, make it your friend. Go out there and figure out what they're doing. They're not the ones that have blasted this thing down to the bottom. Unfortunately, it was an oversight. That's what kind of blasted this thing down to the bottom. Decentralization is a double-edged sword. Now, again, for your normal chain, your normal Cosmos L1, where they really don't give a shit about the price, this is irrelevant. They're fine. Let it bleed, let it go, let it die, move on to a different project, and it simply doesn't matter. But Jackal doesn't have that luxury because the price of the token is directly correlated to the quality of the storage providers that they're going to be getting. Now, all of the information, anything I'm about to say, is clearly available over on the Jackal Discord. I'm not making this up. I'm not speculating. I'm not doing anything. It's already been wildly in discussion. There was a bit of an oversight when this was made, when the storage module went live, and it was able to be gamed a little bit. Now, it's gotten to the point where effectively any straight-up storage provider is earning zero. And I know this for a fact because I am a big provider of storage over on that network, and I am losing money. That's all I'm doing. I'm not making anything. Absolutely zero. I'm losing money month after month. But I still believe so much in this project that I want to continue to support this project. So what I'm looking for and what you don't see in crypto, you just don't see it, is bold action. Bold action, bold steps, taking moves, making big moves. When you see that there's a problem, actually taking action on the problem, not ignoring it, not just letting it go, not having no interest in it because you're already vested or it doesn't matter to you, or you're happy to let your L1 burn to the ground and just move on to a new L1. Jackal's been different the entire time because the price of this token is going to directly correlate to the quality of the storage providers that are on this network. Jackal is a product. Data storage is the product. And if you have weak storage providers up there, you are going to have a weak product. And with a weak product, such as data storage, you're done. You are just absolutely done. It ain't going to work. It ain't going to scale. And nobody's going to come on and save the day. So Jackal was stuck. They were absolutely stuck here because they're the one L1 in the Cosmos that simply cannot ignore the token price. Action has to be taken. What I absolutely admire about this, and we're going to show you the prop, because I assume it's going to go up. It was posted on Jackal. The thing that's been killing it right now are the emissions to the storage providers. See, now you have to pay storage providers. I know. Trust me, I know. You have to pay storage providers because we're paying for hardware, we're paying for bandwidth. We are paying cash money, making it rain, so that we can provide storage on this network. Now, when the worst that did happen or could happen did happen, now we're kind of stuck with it because these chain is still kicking out all of these tokens, but they're not going to the places that they should be going to. Bold action is required. Absolutely bold action is required. And the bold action is you have got to show anybody who wants to try to get cute on here that it ain't going to happen. And you're going to turn off the spigot just like that. That's it. We are not paying storage providers anything. If you want to stay on the network, you're doing it at cost. Now, for me, I've been at cost this entire time. I've never liquidated a Jackal token, ever. I have been at cost this entire time. I pay cash for my providers. I pay cash for everything that I'm doing to support this network so that I could capture tokens, because this is a long-term investment for me. This is not mercenary capital. This is a long-term investment. So I am a very, very firm believer that we have to protect the price of this token, and the way that we can protect the price of this token is by turning off the spigot to the providers. Period. That's it. Because the people who are gaming this right now are providers, but they're not playing by the same rules as everybody else is, as us. I could go up and down and name you all kinds of lists, and this is all public, by the way. It's not like I'm dreaming this up, but all of the different public providers, the audited providers, the authentic providers, I can go up and down the list. The people that we're talking about are not them. The people we are talking about are somebody else. And the best way to slay a dragon is just to cut its damn head off when it can no longer feed. Or, you know what, let's just call it a virus. When the virus consumes the host completely, the virus dies or the virus moves on. One of those two things. So the proposal that they put up will kill the virus. I guarantee it. It gives Jackal the breathing room that they need to plug the hole, and then it's back to business. Now, unfortunately, it drifted this long to put this token into play. Guys, this is alpha stuff here, all right? This is stuff I've normally put out on the Patreon, but I'm putting it out here. And the reason that I'm putting it out here is because I was just bitching to Bell earlier, saying, where is the communication? That was literally my gripe, and it occurred to me that I haven't been communicating. That's on me, guys. Now, please understand my position. I don't want to do this because I'm a large investor in this product, and anybody who talks, anybody who's public, anybody who's on YouTube, who talks about a product that they're invested in is immediately a shill, period. You're labeled, it's stamped, it's on your forehead, and might as well get it tattooed there. You are shilling your token. I'm not. I am absolutely not. As a matter of fact, right now, looking at this investment, if you are not in it, I would recommend that you stay out of it. This is going to be a crazy, if this proposal passes, and it will, we're voting for it. If this proposal, I keep saying that so cavalier, Bell, as if this is not going to personally cut my nuts off. It is going to personally cut my nuts off. Bell, you know how much I pay out for storage providers, right? You understand how much money comes out of my pocket month after month after month?
Yeah, I know. I know.
So this is going to personally cut my nuts off, but this is not my mercenary capital money. This is my long-term investment money, and I will do anything that I have to do to save that long-term investment money if I see it being profitable, and in this case, I do. Again, unfortunately, this thing has drifted into playable range. If I was anybody else, or if I was not in this token, meaning that I am just looking at it as a mercenary, I would be all over this based on the information that was put out, based on the information that they've posted on their own Discord. And guys, when I talk about research, the research I do, this is the research that I do. I am all the way in it. I am elbow deep. I'm like Hawkeye when he's done with an operation and waiting for the next token to show up on his table. That's me, elbow deep. That's what I do for my research, because the information that you need to be profitable in crypto is out there somewhere. You just got to dig, and you just got to find it. So now my problem changed a little bit, because now I have to figure out how can I defend myself against mercenary capital. It wasn't bad enough, Bell, that I have to defend myself against people who are gaming the network. But now I have to defend myself against mercenary capital, because if you don't think it's moving in, I would be all over this. I would be all over this. In fact, guys, I'm going to show you what I would do step by step to be all over this. This is what I would do. I don't like to expose mercenary capital too heavily. I am going to arbitrage to build up the merc capital that I need to take out something like this. Not take it out, but just to profit on the efforts of others. Now, we're going to be carrying on this because I did tell you that there is a big if. Jackal right now is a great big if. Now, I want to give you guys my perspective on this and why I'm still in it. Anything else, I would have cut bait. I would have cut bait when this thing was still double-digit in value. I would have cut bait a long time ago. But I happen to agree with this one. I happen to be in on this one. I don't have any information that you don't have. Don't even kid yourselves there. Just because Emery is a business partner of mine does not mean he tells me internal stuff to Jackal. He doesn't. That would be violating 50,000 different NDAs. So I don't have any bit of information that you guys don't have, but we have not really delved into this. I'm taking the whole hour here. But I'm going to show you step-by-step what happened. I'm going to show you step-by-step where I think it's going to go. And I'm going to show you step-by-step what I would do specifically to take advantage of a situation like this. I think that's fair, Belle. What do you think? You know what? It's your show, Belle. You make the call. Should we really plumb this? I know we don't get a lot of viewers anymore, but they are all family. So this is stuff I would put out on Patreon, but it seems like a good night to do it. Again, I'm excited. What do you think, Belle? You make the call.
You know what? We haven't gotten any questions coming in, so maybe that will actually drum up some. That way I can do my job. So
are you guys shitting me? There are no questions. Am I so transparent that you already know what I would do to go savage on a chain like this? Is that it? Guys, I'm just here to entertain. That's it. But yeah, you know, if there are absolutely no questions, comments, concerns, or observations, which is a little bit shocking to me considering the disclosures that I'm putting out right now, yeah, we can just carry on. So next frame here, guys, we're going to be getting into, I'm going to start taking you step by step to exactly what I would do if I was not vested in this chain whatsoever. Why not? Let's have some fun. But before we get there, folks, I just have to let you know, we are an entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel because crypto is funny to me anymore. It is a riot. If you want to see funny, go to the Hex Reddit. That is funny. That is just joyful stuff over there. And it's gotten so bad that even when I post, they haven't banned me. They just have not taken me out yet, Belle, so I'm very excited. All right, we got new sponsors, and let's see, who wants to go sponsor, Belle? Do we want to do your sponsor or my sponsor?
Do your sponsor first, and then we'll do mine.
Okay, so, we got another thing that we're spinning up, but I haven't had time to write up new sponsorships for those. So let me tell you something. Podocasters! Gotta ask you, man. I gotta ask you. Have you ever been shop? This is an old sponsor, but it's still funny to me. Have you ever been shopping for clothes and whatnot? And wished you could get carpentry nails and bug spray and baby clothes at the same time? Do you hate? Let me ask, looking at you, Toot. Do you hate driving across town to purchase thumbtacks and all the way back to another store for Hershey bars and deodorant? Do you wish there was a way to get all of these things and more at one location? Well, podcasters, let me tell you, there is, all right? And it's called the Ogden City Mall, the good one. Not the old mall, but the good mall, the good one. If you are looking for baby clothes, let me tell you something. We got them. If you're looking for tennis shoes, we got those too. But, Belle, how about lids? Do you think they have lids? Do you think? Do they got lids?
You know what? I bet they do.
You bet we do. At the Ogden City Mall. This is so stupid. You can get what you need because, hey, you know what? We probably have it. It's a mall, don't you know? But not only can you get these things, you can also have fun. At Blanco's Clown College, you can live your dream of entertaining the world with a big red nose and floppy shoes. Are you feeling uptight, old man? You need to visit Wan Ching's for a pleasant massage in a very private room. And for those who are craving fine dining, the Ogden City Mall food court has some of the greatest selections in the greater Ogden area, with Duke's corn dogs and Little Caesars pizza for fine Italian. So what are you waiting for, podcasters? Get on down Right, I mean, right now to the Ogden City Mall, Ogden, Delaware, and you know what? You should buy stuff. And don't forget that coupon code. Hit me a big silly ass for 3% off any purchase, and that includes lids. The Ogden City Mall, the good mall, not the other one. Guys, we will be right back. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you. Sorry, we're topping up. And yes, this is all kinds of booze tonight. Tonight's show is brought to you by Two Bitch Bourbon Whiskey. It's the finest whiskey for those of you who just like bitches. That's it. Oh, Belle, that was funny. Give it up. All right, carry on, Belle. Make me better than I actually am. Go.
All right. So regarding our last sponsor, we've got several comments.
They're loving them all, huh?
Yeah, we've got Carnfish chiming in with this. Honest to God, could be a Menards commercial.
Would I not be a great pitch man for Menards? I would, because you're talking about a hardware store that also sells like feminine hygiene products. I mean, this is the most unfocused chain that I've ever seen in my life. You can literally go there and yeah, I mean, you next thing you know, they're going to be carrying like Nintendo Switches in the secret case. I love them, by the way. If we could make up sponsors and use actual names, I think that'd be great. I think I would be a fine Apple ambassador. What do you think, Belle? I think we'd be all over that. Carry on.
All right. So from Fair Daddy talking about Blanco's Clown College, I have a degree from there.
You should, man. Look, you know what? I got nothing for that. I really don't. If Lincoln's on, I need a Blanco's Clown College icon because Ronco's Bag of Nuts, we haven't, they're not paying us anymore. So we're not going to do that live read again. We can't. They're not paying us. They got to give us money. And we only charge $8 a month for 4 live reads, man. Look, we are dirt cheap. Belle is cheap. Carry on, Belle.
Thanks, Scott. All right. So, I mean, I'm free, so yeah, I'm better than cheap.
Is what I'm saying.
So, Stephen Douglas, definitely want to hear what your viewpoints are on the Jackal storage provider situation and how you would be mercenary capital.
Yeah, man, we'll take you through how I feel about the storage provider. There's not a single storage provider on this network that is going to take the financial hit that I am going to take by them cutting emissions. I guarantee you. I am enterprise hardware from start to finish. Some of this is leased, some of this is owned, but nobody is going to take the financial hit that I'm going to take on this. But you have got to stand up to you got to make moves, man. You got to make bold moves. This is a business, all right? This is 100% a business. It may have started as a hobby or an idea, but it has definitely moved into a business. And when you're a business, bold moves are required, all right? Action is taken, confidence is restored. If you continue to ignore the problem, Juno, that thing is going to bleed to nothing. If you continue to pretend that there isn't a problem, FMOS, that token is going to bleed to 0. I can go up and down the line of L1s that simply did not acknowledge that there was an issue. Do I need to go through that right now? I bet I don't, because I've probably covered it on another video back in the day when we were still doing videos. If you ignore the problem, you will absolutely bury it. There will be nothing left to salvage. You get to a point where it is mathematically impossible to recover. You just cannot do it. You have to take action. If you want to ensure my loyalty, if you want to make sure, and I got money, guys. If you want to ensure my loyalty, then make the right decision when the decision is necessary. Don't punt. This is crypto in a goddamn nutshell. Is developing chain after development chain after development chain, simply ignoring the problem and fucking punting and saying, no, it's not our problem. We have no dog in this fight. Doesn't matter. All you got to do is buy, hold, and believe. How much of that bullshit do you need to hear before action needs to occur? So I absolutely admire what they're doing here because it has to occur. If not, you're going to bleed to the point of a meme token. And when you get there, there is no coming back from it. Nobody is going to take the financial hit that I am. Nobody. But I'm willing to do it because I believe in the product, I believe in the chain, and I believe in what they're doing. I'm going to show you guys the app we built. I'm going to show you the fork. We've literally forked it. Everything that I have is in this goddamn thing. And I'm telling you to stay the hell out of it. This is not for you. If you can't see beyond 6 feet in front of you, this is not for you. For the people who are in it, I believe it's going to work out fine. My opinion. But it's not just my opinion, it's my goddamn money. I believe it's going to work out just fine. But this is what needs to happen. It'll be ignored. Nobody will talk about it. Nobody will give a shit. But this is what needs to happen. Bold action by your leadership team. Absolutely. If they do this, they save the chain. Period. I hope that answered the question, Belle. Please carry on.
Gustav Smith, Daddy Scott and Aunt Belle?
I don't think, you know what? Daddy has been so sexualized, man. I'm just I don't even want my kids to call me that. Daddy, no, don't do that. I will be father. I can be father. I can be sir. I can be. Do you like that? Do you admire the way I can switch gears like that, Belle, from going from pure passion to, sure, I'm Daddy Scott. I'll be Daddy Scott. Gustav, you need to tip Belle, man. Our channel is dying and she makes dick. Carry on, Belle.
Microman, concerns? Yeah, you've got us concerned. Just waiting to see what it is that's going on.
If the prop passes, and it will, because I think enough people on here are reasonable and rational to realize that sometimes you got to skin your knee a little bit. Sometimes you're going to have to take one on the chin. This is taking one on the chin. But I can tell you mathematically what's going to happen after this. Up to you. I don't care. Again, if you're not in Jackal, stay out of it. All right? This is not for you, and these next few months are going to be hectic. All I got to say. Belle, carry on.
All right, fair daddy. I have so many questions, but not appropriate ones.
I don't, dude, we'll take it. Nobody watches this anymore, man. The only people who watch us are our dearly devoted fans and fans. I say it like I'm some kind of celebrity status or some shit like that, Belle. The only people who watch us are family. The reason we keep doing the show is for family because sometimes, you know what, sometimes that's all that matters. And when you're in crazy financial markets like this, that is definitely all that matters. I'm going big screen here, Belle. Let me tell you why I'm still sticking around this thing, even after my losses, even after my everything. There's a reason that I'm sticking around in this thing here. Twice in my 25 years of investing, I've gotten it just absolutely right when everybody got it wrong. I've done it twice, and both times have made me over seven figures. Twice. So I believe all the way down to my core that I got this one right. Now, it is going to be a wild ride. It's going to be a bumpy ride, man. We are all going to be all over the board. I don't even think you've begun to really feel the pain. But I got this one right. I nailed it. I absolutely, right place, right time, right amount of capital for me to back up my investment. And most importantly, I have enough capital now to affect the outcome of what I believe. Now, if I'm wrong, I am in I got a problem. If I'm wrong, I have a problem, and I haven't had problems in a long, long time. That's why I think I'm just absolutely sure that I have this one right. And honestly, man, look, it's the prop. That's why I'm fired up today. They They put the prop up, man. They did the right thing, and this is what is going to bail it out. Jackal needs users. They absolutely need users, and the direction that they're going right now is the right direction for them as a business. But there's not a lot of consumer apps that are being built on Jackal, so we're building consumer apps on Jackal. The very first one is called aMuse. You might have seen it in my title on the Discord. Guys, this thing is going to spring into 2 additional apps that we're actually building out on top of this one. But we needed this one for the storage module. The way Jackal is modularized, our apps are going to be modularized. That means there are pieces that we can use from A to go to B to go to C to tie them all together. The first one is going to be going to beta here in 2 weeks. And if you want to beta test this for us, it's simply a it's simply a blockchain video conference app. We'll just call it that. It's a blockchain video conference app. It's pretty cool. It's fun. It's got a lot of neat features. It's a video conference app for the types of people who do video conferencing but want to maintain their anonymity, their privacy, and their security. So that's what we built. That's the first one that's going up. I'll show you the fork here in the third segment. We actually successfully forked it. So we needed to integrate Jackal into the app itself so that the app, for all intents and purposes, anybody using the app is not even going to be aware that they're using Web3. That's the way we designed it. That's the way I see value. That's where I see Web3 starting to make it into Web2 is through consumer apps that people don't know are Web3. I am 100% right about this. 100% right about this. But they have to be the right apps. They have to be the right thing. They have to provide value that currently is not being exactly supplied in Web 2. Now, why did we go with a video conferencing app? We went with video conferencing because even though that's everywhere, Zoom, Skype, I could go on and on, none of them have this level of privacy and security, period. That's it. This is for people who don't want to be bothered. This is for people who don't want to be concerned about what they are saying. This is for people who want their data to be their data and nobody else. Is it data or data? We need to really decide this, Belle, because I go back and forth. So we need to really decide, is it data or data? Make the call right now, because whatever you're going to say.
Data.
Okay, then it's data. From here on out, it's going to be data. This is an app for people who want their data, who believe that their private data, that what they say, do, think, whatever, should remain theirs and theirs only. That's what we built. All right, and it's done. It's coming out 2 weeks. We go to beta. It's launched. And that one I do know. You know what? I should have thought about it. Is it data or data? Is it beta or is it beta? You know what? It's freaking beta. So, yeah, that's but what I'm saying is that where I'm saying I'm all in on this because I see a path to monetization. I see a path to profitability. I didn't even get to talk about my wickets or why I'm supporting this one as opposed to going nuts on Archway. And I'd be happy to talk about Archway. If you really want my hard opinion, just ask me about Archway, and I will give you my hard opinion on that. The reason that I'm in this and not that is because this one is monetized, because this one is a product, because this one hits every single wicket of what I have been talking about for years. I've been espousing this for years, and now it's here. I will not let this die. Belle, carry on, please.
G. Torres, about what percentage of emissions was going to storage providers?
You know what, Emery, if you're on, I don't know if Emery's watching. I'll let him answer that. I know the percentage. The percentage is 60% of all inflation was going to storage providers. 40% was going to 40% was going to stakers. It wasn't going to work, man. It wasn't going to work because there are simply too many tokens that are being minted out and pushed. You want to know why the price dropped? That's why the price dropped. It's not because people lost faith in it. It's not because this was suddenly a bad investment. It's because it was being fucking exploited. And exploiters are not in it for the long haul. They're in it for as much as they can get, for as long as they can get it. This prop stops that shit. Immediately stops it. They will get bored and they will move on. But either way, it gives them the breathing room long enough for them to plug the hole, and then we're back in business, guys. Then we're back in business. Then you got people like me and Bell that are building apps, that are gathering customers. They just made a partnership today, or just made an announcement because they're partnering up with Babylon. If you don't know what Babylon is, that's actually a pretty cool product. It really is a cool product. It's not really what we talk about here from an investment standpoint because it's not a token. But basically, in a really, really, really small nutshell, what they're doing is using Bitcoin. They're using Bitcoin and the Bitcoin chain to basically time and date stamp transactions. So if something wrong was to go wrong with a chain, they could literally go back and find the time and date stamp of the particular block where the issue was taking place, and that is backed and verified by the Bitcoin chain. Isn't that funny how that works, Bell? I think it's brilliant. I think it is absolutely brilliant because you're talking about this is pretty cool from a security standpoint. Is it investable? No, they don't even have a token. Right now it's just an idea that they're pushing out. But I love the fact that it made its way over to Jackal, which is just the perfect application for technology such as this. So I love that happened. Bell, we are coming up on time for the next break, so hit questions, comments, concerns, anything like that. I still do have to show some stuff here. I got to show them how to game this.
All right, so I'm gonna go through these rapidly. Nuclear
Okay.
Chicken, any idea how bad you think the token price will get? Sub 1 cent. What would be the buy signal?
I'm not gonna give you that information, dude. I invest in this chain. All right, I'm not gonna give you that. I'm not trying to punk out, man. Please understand that I'm absolutely not trying to punk out. I'm trying to say that this thing is going to be crazy volatile over the next 60 days or so, and if you're not in it, just stay out of it. I mean, you don't want none of this, man. There's better investments right now. This thing is going to be nuts. I'm cool with it because I have the capital, and please understand, I'm even going big screen here. I have the capital to fire and miss, fire and miss, fire and miss. I only got to hit once, all right? I am the big stack at the final table. That means I can put them all in over and over and over and still survive regardless of the outcome. If you're not in that kind of position, stay out of this one. Belle, go ahead.
All right, Toot. Well, we have a stream to teach the beta testers for aMuse.
You don't need a stream. That's the funny thing. Look, man, we built this to be as user-friendly and as understandable as possible. We debuted this to the Jackal people. It took them all of 3 seconds with no instruction whatsoever to get on our stream and to start using it. We designed this. Web3 has got a problem. One of the big things about Web3, it's like learning to play ice hockey. You have to learn how to skate before you can even play the game. Crypto, Web3 is kind of the same way. You have to learn Web3 and understand nuance before you can use Web3 products. We didn't design this like this. We designed this so anybody, Web2, with a basic Web2 knowledge, meaning can you get to the app, can use this app. Function on it day one. You don't need it. Belle, carry on.
As a heavy investor, did you have any influence in getting this proposition public, or did Jackal also recognize this?
I have no influence whatsoever. It might be a misunderstanding here, guys. Look, I'm basically a clown. All right, I'm a YouTube clown. I have no influence on this. I have no influence on anything. They don't take my calls. I'm surprised if I get an email back. They don't take my calls, man. All right? I have no influence over this product whatsoever. It's just every now and again, the answer just pops out of a slot. All right? And you know that there's only one way. When your hand is forced, this is why I'm actually so excited. Because when your hand is forced and you only have one option, this is easy, man. This makes crypto easy. When there's not, maybe we can do this or this or this. When it all comes down to you only have one choice, bing, sleep well at night. Make the choice, sleep well, take action. There you go. All right, Belle, we are at break. Do we have another live read that we can do here? Or are we just going to take break and come back and go savage over on Shade or something like that?
We do have another live read.
All right, it's all yours, hon. Go.
All right, friends, has this ever happened to you? You're stuck in the airport or the bus station and you want to have a kit, but you can't get comfortable. Rolled up coat is just not doing it. Well, now, friends, there's a solution. It's called the lap pillow. It's an inflatable pillow shaped like a woman's lap.
This is so bad.
So you get not only the comfort of a pillow, but the patience of a woman's lap if she ever lets you. Not only is it comfortable, but it will also murmur reassuring words such as, "You are so handsome. I'm such a lucky lady. You're the best, Big Daddy."
Daddy.
And for the married men, there is a Mrs. Lap pillow. All the comfort of the single version, a bit more accurate in its comforting statements. Did you take out the garbage? Why don't you make as much money as your brother? Not saying you're getting fat, but you're getting fat.
Yep, I married that.
As a married man, you immediately put your guard up when you hear nice things about yourself. So we nipped that right in the bud. Pure comfort, folks. Available at all Sears department stores and most erotic toy shops. Get yours today.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you. Are you guys enjoying the energy tonight? Man, I am so excited for what we're going to be bringing to you guys. You have no idea. If you want to know, send the questions to Fair Daddy. He's actually on the stream right now because we're gonna blow you guys. We're gonna blow you. We're just simply gonna blow you when we actually go live. All right, real quick, Belle. Do we got anything else, or should we get into money here?
We do have a couple more. We've got another question and a couple more comments. So,
Okay.
G Torres, I definitely like to beta test this privacy product. Will you be making an Android version, Scott? We just like a .apk file to install it on our Samsung, Google Pixel phones, etc.
Yeah, and we will be going. We're mobile. It has to happen. That's the whole thing. Look, man, for an app to be successful in this day and age, it has to be mobile. Now, there's a couple wallets that we could tie this in. Now, you got to keep in mind, man, we're going to mask this as much as we can, but it still has to be behind a wallet. If it's not behind a wallet, it's not going to work. Now, there were two wallets that we could have went with in this case. We could have either went with Kepler or we could have went with Leap. We went with Leap because Kepler 2.0 sucks. Hang on, let me go big frame here. Kepler 2.0 sucks. This is what I hear when I think of Kepler 2.0.
Hey, you know that pain and that hurt. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
I, for the life of me, cannot think. It is so indicative of crypto what Kepler 2.0 did, meaning that they design it for engineers and give you features that you could give fuck all about. But it will absolutely bog you down. I am talking to you guys right now on an i9 13th generation with all the bells and whistles that you could possibly have on a system. And if I open my Kepler wallet right now, the Kepler wallet will crash. That tells me it's not my problem. It is your problem. And you forced this shit on me. I cannot stand what they did. I cannot stand it because this is crypto. They decide what you need, what is best for you. And they just force it on you. No questions asked. You're going to deal with whatever bullshit they can dream up. Kepler 2.0. So we went with Leap. Our first integration on this particular app is with Leap. Now, babe, look. This thing will work regardless of the app or regardless if it's behind the wallet. But if you want all the features, if you want the privacy and the security and the ability to just natively store your files to a Web3 host hot storage platform that makes them disappear from the world for everybody but you, then you're going to have to be behind a wallet. So Leap, we anticipate that Leap was going to be mobile with the Jackal chain long before Kepler 2.0. Kepler 2.0, I'm pretty sure that all of their developers are now damage control, trying to explain what they did to you and why it's in your best interest to do it. Hey, you know what? Going to go big screen. Don't you get it, fella? Don't you get it, my man? This is a product that you never asked for, but we determined was in your best interest. Aren't you thankful that we are here? This is like the Ledger jack-offs. You notice how that passed, Bell, by the way, the fact that they could still access your seed phrase on your Ledger. But for some reason, everyone just flew away. You think I use a goddamn Ledger now? Not a chance do I use a fucking Ledger. But people are still using it. The news cycle moved on, and we're just going to put on cover our eyes, ears, and mouth and pretend that they can't access your goddamn seed phrase. They admitted they can do it. So no, we're not having this thing anything to do with Ledger. That's a security hole, regardless of what they tell you now. Yeah, but we would never do it. Hey, trust me. Right? Nothing bad has ever happened in crypto if you lose your seed phrase. Trust us. We're cool about it. So anyway, let me get back to it. Yeah, we need this thing to be mobile. We're going to let it loose on both Apple and Android, but we can't get it fully mobile. You can have the mobile version now if you want it, but you're not going to have the security element. You just can't, man. We got to wait till Leap makes it mobile. Once Leap Wallet is mobile with the Jackal chain, you're going to be mobile all the way around. I understand that people don't use computers the way I use computers. Phones, that's where they need to be. Phones, tablets, all that other good stuff. So we are going to release it as a mobile version, but you're not going to have the security elements. I am not going to be this guy, man. I refuse. Bell and I have had this conversation, and we fought back and forth. I am not going to be the guy that's going to force my vision on you. I don't care how you use it. If you want to use it, thank you. That's all I'm going to say on that. But I'm not going to say you can only use it if you hit A, B, and C. We're not those kind of narcissists. I'm an entirely different kind of narcissist. But all we want to build you, we've strived to do this whole time, is to build you a product that's usable, that you like, that is easy to understand, that is Web3. But it's only going to be as Web3 as you want it to be. So there you go. Hope that answered the question, Bell. Carry on.
G Torres, lap pillow is awesome.
Lap pillow is awesome, dude. I don't remember what it is. You guys understand that I write all these, right? It's just bullshit I dream up. We have so many. I have the ones that we put out are nothing like the ones that we throw away, because I send some truly vile stuff to Belle. She says the audience can't handle it. She says, no, this is too much. This is a bridge too far. You cannot put out the Blanco's Clown College ball gag. You just cannot do that. It's a bridge too far. You know what? Maybe we'll put them out on Patreon, Belle. What do you think about that? All the ones that we tossed, they were just too much. Even for us, they were just too much. I think the Blanco's Clown College ball gag, I think that was hilarious. That was just funny as hell. I'm sorry. Carry on. I already know what we were talking about now. Go, Belle.
The lap pillow. So Fair Daddy chiming in regarding the lap pillow. I am so getting one.
You got to have one, man. Because a married man should never have true contentment. It's just never going to happen. If you've been married for any length of time, the thing that irritates your spouse more than anything else is when you're relaxed. It just is. You are comfortable. Nothing's bothering you. She's going to make sure that something bothers you. It has to, man. Look, men are from Mars, women are from Venus, or men are from, I don't know. I never read the book, but men are from Mars, women are from Venus. And for some reason, if we're content, they aren't. They just aren't. Belle, carry on.
Black Tornado, agree on that assessment of Kepler 2.0. It's awful.
It is just dog shit. Why do you continue to build Web3 products purely for engineers? purely for people who have that kind of, that kind of understanding of it. I don't. Look, man, I've never kidded. I've never tried to bullshit you guys and say, no, I understand all of this. I don't. I don't know what the hell that they were thinking there. It reminds me of something a long time ago, or that was kind of a hot thing. I think it was 8board. Emery, was it 8board? Is Emery on? If it was 8board, the way they had something that would basically aggregate everything in your wallet, show you every single holding that you have in every single position you have. They tried to duplicate that here, man, but they did it badly. They did it just badly, to the fact, again, to the point where it will literally crash my entire system if I pull it up with too many windows open. That is not good design. That is not optimized. It's not even fucking close. I'll tell you what they should have did with Kepler 2.0 is release it with a directions on how to use it the way they envisioned it being used. Because as soon as it hits the hands of lots of users, we're going to fuck it up. We are absolutely going to use it the way we think it should be used, and it's not the way they designed it. And when you do, you're going to get that little pop-up that says Kepler has crashed. Click this thing, or click this balloon to restore the app. Man, it is just awful. Carry on, Bill.
All right, old man. Damn, old Scott's just letting it all out tonight. I love it.
Why not, man? We've been very, very hands off on a lot of things, on a lot of projects, man. But again, guys, look, I do this for you guys. I already know what I know. That's really where it comes down to. I already have the information that I need. I just want to give you guys the information that I have. That's really it. And I am by no means the absolute authority. Those jack-off influencers, I said jack-off, Bill, these jerk-off influencers that are out there telling you we are the absolute voice of authority, sure as shit are not. If they were, they wouldn't be sitting there trying to get views on Twitter or whatever the hell it is. If they knew, they would just be making money investing. Period. This has been a problem as long as there's been investments. It doesn't matter in anything. As soon as it's like art and art critics. All right, the art critic didn't show up and then the artist showed up. No, the artist showed up and then along came the art critic. This is the exact same way, and it's always been this way in the financial world. Somebody develops a product, and then you get some smartass that's going to come up there and tell you all about it. They couldn't do it themselves. If they could have, they would have. But they can't do it themselves, so all they want to do is sit up there and critique. It is the way Kepler 2.0 is an indictment of the entire cosmos. These jagoff influencers are an indictment on crypto as a whole. But, oh, man, I appreciate you noticing, man. Carry on, Bill.
Reverend John, Scott, I agree with you on Kepler. It is terrible. I was fine with the original version, but I'm so lost with 2.0. I will try Leap.
I have moved over 7 figures worth of money onto Leap. All right. I want nothing to do with Kepler 2.0. Nothing. It sucks. And whatever you guys were thinking, man, I wish you. Why are they so quiet? Remember what I just said during my monologue? I'm tired of developers just going absolute silence when shit goes bad. Where are these guys? Where are these Kepler developers that come out? No, you just don't understand. You simply don't understand. Great. Okay, I don't understand. Fucking explain it. Tell me what I don't understand. Pretend I have a master's degree. Because whatever the hell you were thinking on this was wrong. You were absolutely wrong. And I can save it for you. I'm going big screen here, Bill. Kepler 2.0 people, let me save it for you right now. Give us the option to roll back to the old version, just like that. And if you want to find out, I'm sure you could track this. How many people are on the old version versus the new version? And there's your goddamn answer. Because I almost guarantee you that 90% of the people that are using your shit wallet right now will use the old version. And then you have your answer. You pissed away months and months and months of development to give a product that nobody fucking wants. This, oh my God, is this a perfect indictment of crypto? It sums it up. I see you grimacing. I don't care if I'm demonetized, Bell. What, am I pissed away because we lost $1 of views? No, I'm not. Carry on, Bell.
Black Tornado, those people behind you are up to something.
They're always up to something, man. Everybody's out to get me. You know what? We were talking about this earlier. Bella and I were talking about this. We've had a lot of people. Our show struggles. I don't know if you've noticed, but we struggle for views. We always have. Even though I believe I believe that we're giving you more truth than you're going to find in any other crypto reporting space, period, hands down. Not because we're right, but because we're investors, because we are actually investors. We have skin in the game. So what we say really, really matters to us. Now, whether it matters to you, that remains to be seen. But you know what? I'm not even going to finish that thought, Bella. If you guys want to hear what I was going to say, Scott at ThePodcast.com. Carry on, Belle.
Last comment for the moment. Toot chiming in with, I've always been wondering about those shadowy people.
They're all out to get me, man. Oh, I remember what I was going to go with. We've always struggled with views. All right, we absolutely always have. Even though I think we're a pretty good channel with a pretty good production, but we've always struggled with views, and we've had a lot of people over the years. Belle and I have been doing this for years and years and years, and we've had a lot of people over the years step up and volunteer to help us. Some of them I've paid. Some of them I said we will pay based on performance. We've done a lot of these things. But over the years that we've been doing this, we have been ghosted more times than I can possibly count. Everybody who steps up, they don't get immediate results, so they just simply stop answering emails, stop answering texts. They just go away. And I've never felt smaller, ever, than being ghosted by somebody who comes in and puts their arm around you and says, hey, I'm here to help. One, I'm not going to change my show, man, because I got to ask all these people who are going to help me, where were you when I started it? Where were you when I was broadcasting to nobody for years? I noticed that you weren't there yet. You weren't there until we started to get just a little bit of traction. And then all of a sudden you swoop in like Captain Hindsight and say, hey, I'm going to help you get bigger. I'm going to save you. And again, I got to ask, man, where were you when nobody had any interest in us whatsoever? I don't even know what that is, Belle. I don't even know. Is that indicative of just the state of humanity now or whatever? But I've been ghosted on this show more than I have ever been ghosted on anything else that I've done in my life. Let me illustrate something for you guys. This is work. All right, this is work. This is work. This is effort. This is innate ability and a little bit of natural talent to be able to pull off even something that we're doing right here. Now, if you would like to help, Bella at ThePodcasts.com, and we can certainly have it. But going forward, if you're going to step up, I'm going to call you out when you disappear. Absolutely, because you're going to do it. If you're going to do it to me, and I am probably the most generous fucker you're ever going to meet. And I'm pretty sure a lot of the podcasters can pretty much attest to that. I've given a lot of you guys a lot of money over the time. I like to help. But I don't even know what that's indicative of. It's a Kepler 2.0. That's what it is. It's a bunch of people that are going to show up, take my money, tell me what I need, even though I don't need it, and then they're going to disappear when shit doesn't work out anymore. This is, by the way, old man, if you're watching, this is the truth, and this is the shit that I simply do not talk about. But now I really feel no moral obligation not to mention anything. Feel free, Belle. We've cleaned out the closet recently. So I feel very, very free to say any damn thing I want to say. We're just about at time, Belle. Do we got anything else, or have I sobered the audience enough? Because I still got booze in the glass. I'm just saying.
We had one more comment when we hit the 4-minute mark saying, now we are down to 4 minutes to hear what is going on in the Jackal prop. We never really went into specific details about that.
Oh, nice and easy. Here's the Jackal prop. We're getting emissions to zero. If you have a storage provider up on the Jackal network, you will be earning zero rewards. None. Their emissions are going to be cut to nothing. Approximately 56,000 Jackal tokens are minted every day, every 24-hour period, that are paid to the storage providers based on the amount of data that is collected or stored on these providers. Now, there's a monetary element to this, guys. It costs money to stand up a storage provider. A couple of our guys actually have storage providers up. You're now about to be paid nothing. Absolutely nothing. Zero. I am voting for this. I will go to the mattresses for any Godfather fans. I will go to the mattresses to make sure that this goes through because this is an absolutely necessary element. This token cannot survive if it continues to mint out 56,000 tokens every single day that are going to dickheads that are exploiting the network and are going to dump it on your head. You want to see this thing go to a penny? Keep doing exactly what you're doing right now. All right, we're all going to have to take one on the chin. I've been taking it on the chin for fucking years for this. All right, now I think it's okay to spread the pain a little bit because with these tokens not being minted, this is now a use case crypto that can be brought to market. This is a use case crypto that can be allowed to soar because the sell pressure is not beating the ever-loving shit out of it. It has to happen. I will go every single day. I will make the same video every single day talking about why this is a necessary thing until this gets passed. Once it gets passed, guys, 60 days. That's all they need. 60 days to plug the hole, to make sure that the hole never shows back up again, and to let this network soar. I absolutely believe that they are the right thing at the right place at the right time, and this thing will fucking soar. I have already put my money into it. I will put more money into it. I will put whatever is necessary into it, but I need help. I need help from Jackal itself, and this prop is the help that I need. When this goes through, I'm good. All right. Other than that, I don't care. I don't care what any other investor does to this because it doesn't matter. Because it doesn't matter. Because it's use case. Because the apps are coming out. Because the partnerships are coming out. Because everything that needs to happen is fucking happening. And it's happening because of this prop. I cannot wait for this goddamn thing to go through. I am voting 100% yes. If it's even close, I will buy hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of this token just so I can tip that vote. I will do that. I'm willing to do that. I'm ready to do that. So let's make it happen. Let's build something great. And the whole reason is because I'm not about percentages on this one. I am about a goddamn home run. I can continue to play Atom, Akash, Kuji. I can continue to play the 5%, 10% game, and I will, because this is what I do. But I'm not looking at 5%, 10% on this one. I'm looking for a goddamn home run so I can make a video a year from now saying, right here, pal, I've told you the whole fucking way. You didn't listen. Go fuck yourself. Belle, I'm all done talking here. Why don't you talk us up, talk us out? I've already disgraced myself in us, Belle. Get us out of here.
All right. So Gustav Smith hit us with a $20 super chat saying, thanks for the tips today. Back at you. Thank you so much, Gustav. Yay, a show where I actually get paid a little bit. Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, I know that we came on a Wednesday night. It's not our normal night, but we are going to be back on our normal schedule effective tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you guys for your fantastic comments and questions. In between now and tomorrow night, if you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, definitely don't hesitate to shoot Scott or myself an email, scott@thepodcast.com or bella@thepodcast.com, and we'll get those answered for you.
Give me some thumbs up. There's no thumbs up with the amount of people we have.
Say thank you guys enough, and we will see you tomorrow.
This is all your fault. You should have cut my mic. You didn't. This is on you. See you guys. We are dropping new videos and podcasts every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And be sure to look for us on Instagram, Twitter, and Parler at ThePodocasts. Also, visit our page at ThePodocasts.com, all one word, for all of our most current